Anita Baker kicked Babyface off her tour and the fans are going nuts. What up, world? Your boy Challz Brown back again, talking facts. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Okay, man. The queen has spoken and I'm not having absolutely no Anita Baker slander. It's not going to happen. We're not doing that. But what I want to do is discuss what went down between her and Babyface. So apparently, Babyface is on tour with Anita, the legendary queen, and they both legends in their own right. I believe, though, that Anita Baker probably a good 5-10 years older than Babyface. She's been in the game as long as Babyface, if not more. But they still on the same playing field as far as legendary catalogs and status. So to have him on her tour kind of makes sense because they kind of around the same era in a way. But end of the day, Anita Baker is a bigger draw, in my opinion, than Babyface. And allegedly, Babyface is just a tour support on her tour. Now, what's going on is Anita Baker had to respond to some situations where apparently Babyface is running over on his time. And I believe she spoke on that and it made some fans upset. So the fans started going at Anita Baker on Twitter and different forms of social media because they were upset about whatever she said about Babyface, which was little stuff. It wasn't nothing crazy. I'm not reading all them tweets. I'm just going to tell you what happened. So one thing led to another, and the people started coming at her, and she's responding, which kind of wild to me. Someone of this age is responding to fans on Twitter. She's saying that he's violating his contract and he's just a support act. And when he goes over his time, it cuts into her time. A lot of these venues got to end at a certain time, right? A lot of these venues have contractually times where they got to stop the show, right? And if they don't stop the show, someone gets fined. A lot of times the city or the state has curfews and things like that. So if the show supposed to end, I'm going to assume that their shows ain't ending at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So if the show supposed to end at 10, that music supposed to be off, right? If the show supposed to end at 11, music supposed to be off at 11. No, they could be in parks, they could be in festivals, arenas. I don't know where every show is at, but end of the day, when it's supposed to end, it's supposed to end. So if she got a 2-hour set and he got a 1-hour set, then he come on and do an hour 20, he just cut into a 2-hour set. That clock got to stop at a certain time, right? That makes sense? So end of the day, he definitely is cutting into her set if he don't leave the stage on time. Now, I'm going to go on a limb and say, this is just like when Monique and, who was it, DL Hughley had the issues of who was running over on whose time and who was the opener and who wasn't. And they got into a real big problem, I believe it was last year, where he was like, you showed me who you are, but I should have believed you. I should have never put you on this tour. She was claiming like, why are you saying it's your tour? It's my tour. And they was going back and forth. So when people don't respect or they're not clear about the boundaries of the tour, it could get messy. And sometimes they fill it up stage. They get on that stage and it just feels right. So they want to keep going. But sometimes it's messy before it even starts. And when DL Hughley and Monique decided to be on the same show together, they had already had a messy relationship before that. And they were trying to move past it. And so one of them went too far with the other one's time. And I believe it was on purpose to be messy, right? And that's when we had this whole thing. So now here we are again. Babyface and Anita Baker already had issues because Babyface sued her for publishing money, like $250,000, saying she owed him that years back. They had a lawsuit and everything. Ended up with, I believe she won the lawsuit or what have you. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I know that they had a problem. So she put him on this tour for whatever reason, and she's saying that it wasn't all her doing to some kind of effect, right? But end of the day, that's kind of a messy situation when you guys had a lawsuit years ago and now you're trying to still work together. Sometimes it just ain't meant to be. So, and this is the result of it, right? So here we are. Anita Baker ends up saying the fans are cyberbullying her, and due to this cyberbullying she's facing, she kicks him off the tour. Babyface writes this thing on his page. just saying he's saddened that he can't continue with the tour and blah, blah, blah. So it gets kind of messy where everyone really starts blaming her and then some people taking his side. It's a whole thing. In steps Tank, who doesn't want to rock the boat and disrespect Miss Anita Baker, but he does say that he respects her and he doesn't want to say nothing against her. But who's protecting black men? He said, we're protecting black women, but who's going to protect black men? He's saying that Babyface did nothing wrong, which means Anita Baker's kicking him off for no reason, right? Now, with that being said, Tank was just on a podcast about the crime, I believe it last year, a couple months ago, that Anita Baker told him something so beautiful that told him he couldn't retire because we need you, that he was choking up about Anita Baker being so sweet and kind to him. So it's kind of a little wild that he came out now saying that, oh, Miss Anita Baker, if nobody's going to speak up, I'm going to have to do it. I'm not disrespecting you, but Babyface ain't do nothing wrong. At that point, you're taking sides. And at that point, you are disrespecting her because she's feeling a certain reason that she had to kick him off the tour. Now, kicking somebody off the tour ain't something you take lightly because she got to get refunds now. She put on her page, like, get your refund at the point of purchase if you feeling like you came to see Babyface for whatever reason. And there are going to be quite a few people that's going to feel a certain way that came to see both of them. When you do these tours, you don't just put somebody on for no reason, right? If you put somebody on the tour, you're expecting their fans to come, right? Rage Against the Machine featuring Lil Wayne. You're expecting Lil Wayne to come, his fans to come, right? So if you kick them off the tour, you're going to lose a certain degree of people that came to see them that's going to be disappointed. And that's what people are putting on social media, that they're disappointed, they're upset, what's going on, blah, 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 blah. So end of the day, man, Anita Baker is a legend. I don't know if she even really needed Babyface to a degree to even be on this tour to risk this when they already had an issue, right? But the issue seems to be rehashing itself, and she kicked him off the tour. Tank jumped in. Babyface really only wrote one post about, as far as I know, saying he was sad about the information. I don't know everything about this. I'm just telling you to this point, what I understand. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think about this situation. Did Anita Baker do too much? Because there are past, I'm not going to say allegations, but past comments that Anita is difficult to work with. And I don't know the queen. You know what I'm saying? They're saying that she's difficult and she pulls stuff like this. I don't know her enough to know that. But she seemed pretty humble last year when Pharrell helped her get, I believe it was Pharrell helped her get her master's. After 40-something years in the business, she didn't own her master's, and Pharrell and I believe somebody else, maybe Snoop or somebody else, helped her get her master's, right? So she seemed pretty humble to me. Now, I got to take everything with a grain of salt because I know how when you're a diva and you're that, well, I know diva is a rough word. Some people don't like to be called that. But when you're a queen of that nature, legendary stature, she had to fight to get where she is. You don't just get there by being nice. So maybe she had to ruffle a couple feathers to get what she needed to be. And she don't take things lightly. And some people, when you're a boss and you're about your business, they start calling you a B word and this and that. So I don't know if she's difficult to work with. Maybe Babyface pushing buttons because he's not really saying what he did in this matter. And we don't know what he did to egg them fans on that's going all crazy at him. So who knows what's going on. But get in the comments, let me know what you know about this Anita Baker Babyface situation. Because I would love to hear more information because these are two great artists. They're two legends that we all have something that we remember about them and that we love about them because we wouldn't have clicked this video if it wasn't, right? Get in the comments. Let me know. CLBMG. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Share the video. Show love to the channel. And support the other programs like Clash, the Clash Brothers podcast. Every Wednesday night we go live on 5 different social media pages. We got the Mix Down podcast every Thursday night. We doing a lot of things going on. Just check back with me. We always moving. I'm going to catch you on the flip side. Peace.
CLB.